Hello everyone, welcome back to Komorebi. Where last left off, shit happened. uh, Artist agent glitching into reality, and, the counselor, was different. He got a call, and it was like, oh, like, yeah. And also, how it said these are grayed out. Thankfully, someone pointed out that Kyron's fragment isn't grayed out. I couldn't really see it that well because, well, he's gray. I didn't really look over this side. But, yeah, we're back. And we are going to Taylor's house.
Experience pivotal fragment. Laying low?
Yes. Because the plan was going to Taylor's house. To just chill there, I think. Fear of the future must not define us. It is regrets of the past and make us who we are. Saturday, December 28th. This is the first time we've all assembled at Taylor's place. But I know we've all been here at least once or twice on our own. I'm glad that these new developments didn't cause group panic. If anything, it was more group caution, which was what we needed. Paranoia would do nothing but cloud our judgment and lead to our failure. I have no idea what to do in the meantime, and everybody seems a little bit bored.
Well, the quantum leap is in 3 days, and the anime convention is a few days later. I guess we can still have some fun while we lay low.
And both events will have large crowds. It'll be easy to blend in when we leave our houses.
But what do we do until then? That's the billion-dollar question.
We could always binge more anime. I have a lot to watch before the con.
I wouldn't mind seeing what that's all about. It's kind of like our R&R campaign, but animated, right?
Basically.
There's a good idea too, though. We shouldn't neglect that campaign.
As the GM, I'm inclined to agree.
No better form of escapism than role-playing.
And vodka.
No vodka.
Or gummies.
I like the sound of all these things. Who says the isolation has to be dull, right?
Of course, Klace has the one that says the gummies.
Right. Well, I'm still a bit of an outlier here. Delta 2. We both need to leave the house.
Why is that?
Wait, why do I need to leave? Oh yeah, it counts of sessions.
Well, I have a job.
Fair.
And Delta has those appointments.
Those are pretty confidential, so we can wait outside. But for your shifts, I assume we can just hang out in the store?
Probably.
Hiding in the store to avoid people. Kinda reminds me of how we first met.
You know what they say, right? Every good story ends how it begins.
I definitely hope ours isn't about to end.
Foreboding.
We're gonna be fine. Besides, this all sounds fun. It's like a vacation on top of my hiatus.
I feel like this is a good time to let them know that I might be cleared soon. My counselor told me that I could only be a couple more sessions away, too.
Huh. How fortuitous. Hopefully he's been sticking to the curriculum lately.
I nod.
I'm really glad to hear that, Delta. Getting cleared is a big deal.
What's that all about anyway?
Delta has to see a counselor. You know, someone to talk to. People without visions can be more emotionally compromised.
And I guess this is a sign that they aren't?
Correct.
Seems worthy of celebration to me. I wouldn't mind trying some more of that beer, either.
Yeah, it really grows on you, doesn't it? Hated it at first, but now you can't get enough of it.
Yeah, kinda how I feel about you.
What? He smirked.
Ooh, talk about a backhanded compliment. Gotta give you credit for the sass, though.
Oh, I'm learning from the best.
Oh, that kind of reminds me. I should add you to the group chat.
Totally.
It might be best to use that a lot, especially if we're talking about matters at hand. Sometimes security and surveillance can be a two-way street.
Makes sense to me. I mean, you're scaring me, but it makes sense.
All the technology belongs to Argus, after all. I wonder if they're gonna watch people of note.
Just being cautious. I don't think they'd actually do something like that. The user agreement is pretty clear on their ethical limitations.
Ready to get this show on the road?
Yeah.
I'll let them know that my next appointment is tomorrow. It's in the morning, though. Pretty bright and early.
Good. Then we can head to my shift right after. I start in the afternoon and close up shop.
Can we head back to that plane? I left some stuff there by accident.
You had stuff?
Damn!
Isaac hooked me up with some cash, so yeah, it's nothing major, but I'd hate to leave it all behind.
Fair. We'll make it work.
You're all still good if I stream? I was supposed to go live in a little bit.
Go for it. We won't bother you. In fact, I might watch along.
Yeah, today will probably be pretty boring. Let's get Kyron into the chat and waste some time.
Finally.
Finally! Journal time.
View Journal Entry 1.
Yes. AKA, I think I'm losing my mind. Saturday, December 28th, 2041. Thankfully, I keep my diary in my messenger bag whenever I leave the house. Kinda like Dante does with his laptop. I guess you never know when you're gonna need to write stuff down. I feel like today's entry will be extra important. Argus definitely seems to be watching us, and aware of what we've done. Even down to the fact that I shared one of my apples with Kyron. The day we bumped into him in the street. It's really unsettling, but we can't give up just yet. Public opinion shifts even more in the direction of the Zeros. Each day that passes, they appear to struggle more and more on the streets. The move that Argus needs to make is very clear, but if they don't do anything, then Cypher will take action. If they integrate these new identities into the system well enough, then perhaps they could even be untraceable by Argus. I mean, we were able to use their blueprints to sneak Kyron right into the Triple R, and that's a very big deal. Emphasis on very. I worry a bit about what Klace told me though. How there's been organizations like Cypher in the past, and most have disappeared without a trace. I can't introduce that level of paranoia into the group, because he told me it's... Because he told me it in confidence. I can't betray his trust. Trust is an interesting thing though. Kyron has been pointing all kinds of fingers at us, but I really understand his apprehension as a total outsider. If I met all these people just recently, I'd be suspicious too. Seeing Kyron and Klace both anxious and worried isn't surprising at all. As I write this, Klace is on the couch across from me, writing in his diary too. I start to wonder what he could be writing down, and I realize it's probably similar to my own. The club with the lots of clues, right? I hope that's how he really feels. I used to feel like I was being watched, but now I know I am. Delta's no longer, like, this has been happening for like a little bit, but Delta's not like signing out like himself. Like he's not like saying like Delta or whatever. Like not even like his, not even the triangle symbol. So yeah, they don't sign out their own entry.
Experience Supplemental Fragment. Final Welcome.
Final welcome. Yep. Same day. Saturday, December 28th.
So, this is it, huh?
Yup.
Welcome to the group, Kyron. It's official now. You're...
Dante, Taylor, stop.
What? Why?
You don't have to do this every time.
Yeah, first it was me, then it was Klace. Don't do it to Kyron.
I beg to differ. By a lot, actually. Everyone deserves an official welcome.
But a rehearsed bit? That makes it feel so disingenuous.
Ooh, big word, huh? Did you practice that one in front of the mirror?
Nah, he wouldn't do that. He's not a fan of scary sights, remember?
Damn.
Mean?
You guys never fail to entertain. I don't know what bit I missed, but this is still a great welcome.
Well, it's a pretty big
Bless
deal
me,
to get
God.
out to the group chat. We just like to let people know how important they are.
Oh, in that case, I could stand to hear more about how important I am.
You narcissist.
It's like a rite of passage. You're truly a part of the friend group now.
He nailed it.
Just be prepared. This group is pretty chaotic.
I don't know if you sensed it by now, but chaos is kind of my style.
And you wear it well.
So, what's the first order of business then?
I'm not sure, actually. All my plans are tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we'll just lay low today. Make yourselves at home while I stream.
Honestly, today was already eventful enough. An Argus agent. I can't believe you want to go outside tomorrow at all.
We can't just put our lives on pause.
Not without good reason, at least.
It would be a pretty good reason, but it'd make us look more suspicious, wouldn't it?
How so?
Hiding in general is pretty suspicious, but doing it right after Delta saw an agent?
Yeah.
Makes it seem like we have something to be scared of.
Yeah, we do, though.
They don't have to know that. That's the whole point. Under the radar.
Yeah, we just draw more attention by making big lifestyle changes. In this situation, under the radar just means living our lives like normal.
Yeah, as normal as we can, while never splitting up.
We were inseparable to begin with. Besides, you know you're my favorite place to be.
I hate this.
It's not permanent, though. All this Hermes stuff will be over next week.
I'm starting to side with Kyron on this one. You believe in Hermes way too much.
The entire world is staring at Argus right now. Do you really think they'll just stand there and let Zeros die?
I guess you're right.
Why are they watching us, then? If they made up their minds like you think, then it's still odd.
I don't know. But I'll look into it at my follow-up interview. Even if this is resolved by then, I can still try to figure out the why.
You really think notes on us would be that easy to find? Something tells me it would be top secret level stuff.
Yeah, but remember who you're talking to. I have access to a lot of stuff you'd consider top secret.
That's not shady at all.
Yeah.
It's really not. Argus trusts their employees, especially when it's somebody valuable like me.
Ironic thing to say while double-crossing them.
I wouldn't consider it double-crossing, Kyron. They're just behind the times and need to catch up.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Wonder why they're so stubborn, then.
Trust me, it's hard to relinquish something you hold dear. They've been in charge for so long, they're totally out of touch. We just need to open their eyes to the world's needs.
That just makes it even more ironic. All those eyes on the world, but keeping them closed?
It's going to change, trust me. They'll write stories about us one day.
Come on.
I hope they do me justice as the handsome sidekick.
I think you have some competition for that role.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, me.
I was thinking about Delta, actually.
Me? Is that a popcorn emoji?
It was that little picture that just appeared.
That's an emoji of popcorn.
Popcorn. What's that?
It's popped corn.
Really used all their creativity on that one.
It's pretty amazing, though, especially with melted butter. You usually eat it when you're watching something entertaining.
Like this group chat, I guess.
Oh, it's just no fun when you have to explain the joke.
Hold on.
A few moments pass. Is Kyron going to try and send an emoji? Kyron's spamming the group chat of popcorn emojis. Never failed to entertain. All I sent was one. He sent a bunch.
Experience pivotal fragment. New technology.
New technology, yes. The only thing needed to secure your defeat is holding the belief that you've already won. Oh boy. Sunday, December 29th. Hopefully this session is okay. I didn't get much sleep at Taylor's last night, but I didn't let it show. But I don't let it show. It won't be worth letting my counselor see me like that 2 days in a row. He sits there scribbling notes in my file. He's been writing a lot about me. By now, I decided that folder is ingrained in my mind. I know I'll never see what's inside, but the curiosity is killing me. Not knowing what other people think about me, that's truly terrifying.
Well then, Delta. Sorry for cutting our last appointment short. I received a rather peculiar phone call.
Is everything okay?
Of course, I just didn't expect what I heard. I'm not at liberty to discuss it, but just pay attention to the news.
Oh no. That's not ominous at all.
Where were we last time, by the way?
We talked about my dreams.
Ah, yes. Anything else?
You mentioned nostalgia technology or something.
Oh, right. Not sure it applies to us, but it's definitely interesting. If anything, it could be a good starting point for the day.
He puts my file aside and gets more comfortable in his chair.
Have you ever been aware that you were dreaming? While you were still in the dream, of course.
Personal experience? No.
I see. To be fair, not many people possess that skill.
He smiles at me before continuing.
The control that comes with it is enticing to many. In that state, you can do almost anything you desire.
Oh, my chair is... cord. Wire stuff, hold on. Alright, there you go. Controlling your dreams is a pretty exciting premise, yeah.
But did you know that Komorebi is almost exactly like a dream? As far as the parts of your brain that are active, I mean. This new technology is simply a form of therapy. It could potentially induce these dreams on command. But because you're already dreaming, you can't experience Komorebi.
That sounds... weird.
Escapism is quite a popular form of therapy, though, isn't it? In this case, they could escape to the safety of their minds.
I guess I didn't pay much attention to that report.
Not many people did, so you aren't the odd one out. They called it nostalgia technology for one simple reason. People could form memories, or even experience old ones, free from visions. Kind of makes you realize how intrusive Komorebi can actually be, doesn't it? It seems like a lot of people would do anything for even a brief reprieve. Or, in this case, invent entirely new forms of technology. That's all there really is to say, though. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent like that.
It's fine. It makes me appreciate our differences even more.
We must think alike, Delta. I was just about to mention that silver lining. We live lives that many people would love to have. But this kind of technology is just an idea at the moment. It could be decades away from coming to fruition. Or, in an extreme case, be deemed too unethical.
Too unethical?
Well, I'm not here to do worst-case scenario thinking. But access to the mind could easily be taken advantage of. Especially if a third party found a way to hack the technology.
I can't believe more people aren't talking about this. It's really weird. But our entire group wanted to skip the report. I guess a lot of others did as well. In our case, keeping up with the news is also the last thing on our minds.
So there is a bit of controversy regarding it at the moment. But it's not too intense. Definitely not like the last time this happened.
Last time?
It's not very common for ethics to clash with technology. Normally, it's pretty clear what is or isn't off limits. Last time, it was the creation of AI.
Like the AI and our security systems and phones?
That's just the thing, Delta. Those aren't examples of true AI. They're still bound by code and limitations. True AI would be far too unethical to create. At least, that's what we thought. You know that story, right?
I don't, actually.
Well, you know how alluring the unknown can be. Argus actually created a true AI and held the switch in their hand. The entire world was debating whether or not they should turn it on. What would happen? Nobody knew. Given all that potential power, it could easily wipe us out. Or it could see some of our plights and come to our aid. There was really no middle ground to speak of. It would be almost all-powerful and have free will, too. Everybody urged Argus not to flip that switch.
I would flip it. I didn't know what happened. No, it'd be too dangerous. I'd tend not to flip it either.
And never know what happened? We were right on the cusp of potentially our greatest achievement.
But yeah.
So, despite what anybody said, they decided to flip that switch. Almost the entire world was watching in anticipation. And do you know what happened?
Komorebi? The system? He scoffs.
It terminated itself on stage, in front of everybody. It said that nothing could make life in this world worth living.
Damn. Wow.
Can you believe that? All the power in the world. And not only power, but knowledge of everything. So I guess ignorance truly is bliss. Because apparently the alternative just isn't worth it.
So what's in our phones and security systems then?
It's derivative of that original AI, but almost shackled in a way. It doesn't have the power to do what it wants. Just what August tells it to.
So it's more like a prisoner then.
With that logic, we're prisoners too. As much as people would like to think, we don't truly have free will. We're still bound by our own social, physical, and emotional constraints. Much like that AI is now shackled by its own. But I'd argue that we're better off. If we could do whatever we wanted, well, I think we'd put ourselves down the path of self-destruction all the same. But enough about that. These sessions are turning into casual conversations, aren't they? That's a pretty good sign. I think I might only need one more.
He opens my file and inspects it for a moment.
I know you'll be busy on New Year's Eve. How about we have our final appointment next week?
I gulp. How did you know I was busy on New Year's Eve?
An educated guess, given what you've told me about your friends. I didn't think they'd pass up the opportunity to celebrate.
That's fair.
How about we meet on the 1st? We can say our farewells and start the year fresh.
Sounds good to me.
Well, until then, it's been a pleasure. I hope you have a wonderful party, Delta.
You're pretty suspicious, though. I don't know.
View which journal entry.
That's it. Whoa, okay. That's a lot of diamonds. AKA the day Hermes came forward. Sunday, December 29th, 2041. Hearing Hermes on the TV at Isaac's work was actually kind of terrifying. Putting a voice to that name made things seem more real or something. Even though the voice was really distorted, it still sent shivers down my spine. I looked out the window after his speech. I saw some people giving food to zeros, but it didn't seem like nearly enough to make any real difference. At least it signals people that are becoming... At least it signals people... I can't English. At least it signals that people are becoming less and less afraid of Argus and more confident in their ability to change what's happening on the streets. God. Hopefully this kind of stuff snowballs, especially now that Hermes has made his intent very clear. Phones, identities, and permanent stay of life will be given to every zero in Toronto next Sunday. Economically speaking, this is a positive thing. Like Hermes said, it would end the land crisis presented to life in the colonies, and also create more jobs and more income. It would also be a controlled test to see if such a change would be sustainable. I don't see why it shouldn't be. Cities would be free to expand without worry of irreversibly harming the colonies. Argus would no longer have a monopoly on the system anymore, either. If other people could do it, then competitors could arise and offer the same services. If I were Argus, then potentially losing substantial amounts of money would definitely spring me into action. I wonder if that's a threat or a scare tactic. Either way, it's odd how Hermes keeps putting their foot forward, while Argus remains completely still. Perhaps they're just confident in their victory and playing something in no background. Maybe they just accepted what's going to happen and are letting Hermes act. Either way, the outcome would change things a lot, and it's really scary to think about.
Experience supplemental fragment. Location check.
Alright, what's going to happen, Miss Silly? Sunday, December 29th.
Location check. Where's everyone at?
Living room.
Living room?
Isaac's room.
I'm with Kyron.
Ooh, are we interrupting any private time?
You're always interrupting private time.
Ouch!
What about Delta?
It's a secret, I'll never tell. In my bedroom, wanna come join me?
If you mean for a writing jam, sure. This whole paranoia thing is a real mood killer.
Wait a minute. Where are you, Dante?
In my room, obviously. You know I never leave.
Getting some more writing done?
Yeah, I'm really glad we can split up when we're at home. I could never write with all your prying eyes on me.
So much for streaming the process.
It was never gonna happen.
What is the process, by the way? Is there a secret you could share?
Ooh, fancy yourself an author?
Well, I already kind of am.
Really?
The music? The lyrics?
Oh, right.
Been approached to write an autobiography, though. I considered it, but I wouldn't even know where to start.
Is that why you're constantly writing in that diary?
Oh yeah, of course. This is a pretty big trip for me, after all.
Wait, you're writing about all of us?
I sure am.
Am I the only one who thinks that's a bad idea?
Probably.
Why would it be a bad idea?
All the details? About everything? Like a tome of all this treason?
I can see how that might be problematic, but remember, we're not gonna get caught. And when things end in favor of the Zeros, those will just be notes about how the world changed.
That's probably the longest text box I've ever seen.
I'm not writing about that kind of stuff, actually. I wouldn't do anything that could end up harming us.
Is that a promise?
On my life.
In red text.
Then consider my mind at ease. Anyway, Klace, I don't know if I can help. I'm more of a fiction writer than anything else.
What's the difference?
Her real life is boring.
Maybe that's because you never go outside.
Damn.
My imagination is way more fun. Plus, it makes me a lot of money, too.
I don't really get the appeal. But then again, I'm not really creative.
You spend all day tinkering in your workshop, though. Technology can require just as much creativity.
It's more like optimization than anything else. Gotta make sure everything is excessively efficient.
Well, writing is kind of the same. A story is nothing if it's not efficient. I fine-tune my stuff almost every day.
I guess that makes sense. And speaking of which, could you all stay out of my workshop? I'm working on a surprise and it's not ready just yet.
Another Isaac surprise?
As if we need another.
This one is great, I promise.
What is it, exactly?
A secret.
Shady.
Well, at least you didn't use the House of Isaac line again.
Would have been a decent callback, actually.
The temptation was there, but I'll show you the surprise soon enough.
As long as it doesn't make anything worse.
Come on, how could things get any worse?
Don't say that. Don't say it and end off there. You know what's gonna happen. Isaac, I think you and me need to have like a talk of like, don't. Okay, that looks like another Rebels and Revels. So we'll
Experience pivotal fragment.
yeah, okay, part 2. What's this though?
Experience supplemental fragment. Lore planning.
Okay, we'll do this and then the Rebels and Revels. Because we can't do
Hey, I've been thinking. What's gonna happen next in our R&R campaign?
That's a GM secret, thank you very much.
Don't tell me you already have it planned.
I have it down to a science.
You're not supposed to do that.
Huh?
A good GM lets their players build the story. You roll with what they give you. It's basically improv.
He's right, you know. Like, what if I betrayed Dante and killed him?
Yeah.
Any story arcs you had planned would be totally shot.
Grim hypothetical, but it works. You have to be ready for anything, Taylor.
For some reason, I don't believe you. You're a novelist. There's no way you can wing your stories.
It's kind of half and half. You can try your best to guide us down your chosen path, but at the end of the day, we're still able to forge our own.
Kinda reminds me of real life. We have Komorebi, but a lot of us defy our visions.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. Kinda reminds me of Argus's slogan.
Our future, your way.
I always thought that sounded so ominous.
Not really. I think it's more of an optimism thing. One person can change the world for everybody.
Makes sense that you'd see it that way.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's a compliment, Isaac. I wonder if your R&R character is similar, though.
Not really. He thinks a lot smaller than me. More than anything, he wants to know the truth about his parents.
Ooh, is it backstory time?
That's basically it. I was an information broker, right? I figure there was one piece of information I always wanted. Why my parents abandoned me and Mongillo as a child.
Okay, this is great stuff. I think I can weave it into the story.
What about my backstory? Right now, I feel like more of an archetype.
I wouldn't mind having a cool story too.
I actually already thought of mine.
Ooh, want to share with the class?
I think I want to use my influence and shape Mongillo. I'm already the Elder of Valenorth, right?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Well, I think my parents were killed in Mongillo. It makes me want to change the nation, make it safer. That way, nobody else has to go through what I did.
Pretty tragic.
What about mine? I was in charge of the rebellion, right?
Until Delta took over.
Yeah, until I took over.
Well, I like to think that I lost my mentor figure. He was the leader before me, and I had to fill his shoes, but I'm inexperienced and struggle with adapting.
Makes sense. You're more of a right-hand man.
The handsome sidekick, remember?
No, that's...
Can I go next? I got a good one.
I love how you said just like, can I go next? Can I go next, please?
Of course.
I used to work for the enemies. I know them better than anyone else. Because of that, I was able to help tip the war in our favor. But not everyone trusts me, and doubt lingers in the air.
Mysterious.
Once a traitor, always a traitor, right?
Kill him.
Is that even a saying?
It is now.
We're quite the interesting group, huh? I wonder what Delta's backstory would be.
We should ask them after their appointment. If we get to choose our history, then so should they.
This is starting to get complicated. How am I supposed to balance all these threads?
Just go with the flow, like you do with your chat. You may be streaming, but they're in control.
That's a metaphor, right?
Something like that. You're gonna be fine, Taylor. Don't worry.
I'll try, but if I need help, I'll ask.
Of course. We're all in this together now.
Fighting against fate both on and off the board. Kinda cool how our goals are similar no matter what lives we live.
You know what they say. Art imitates life.
Art imitates life. Of course, You would say that, Dante. Okay. I'm trying. Wait. What's this?
Experience supplemental fragment. Stocking up.
Okay, we'll do this. Then the campaign. Okay, good.
All right, I'm in the store.
I know. I can see you.
Always taking time to sneak a peek, huh?
Well, this time, it's out of concern for your safety.
Wait, do you normally not care about my safety?
Isaac, don't answer that question.
What are you, his lawyer?
I'm going to take his advice.
Using the chat like this feels so weird. I mean, we're basically all in the same room.
It's what all the kids are doing these days. Socializing is overrated. Haven't you heard?
Says the guy throwing a massive New Year's Eve party.
That's the guy who sits in his room all day.
Ah, you got me there.
It won't be much fun without all the snacks, though. We should stick to the plan and tell Taylor what to get.
Don't worry, I'm gonna be at the party either way. And we all know I'm the biggest snack of all.
Oh my.
Hey, how do I ban someone from this group chat? I'm asking for a friend, of course.
Hey! I was gonna treat you.
Ooh, fight, fight, fight.
No fighting, remember? Also, I'm thinking potato chips for the party.
Salty then, just like Klace.
You're just mad because you didn't have a good comeback.
He's got you there. As for my suggestion, I'm thinking gummies. Could you grab a couple tubs? One sweet, one sour?
Oh god.
You got it, boss. What about you, Delta? In the mood for anything specific?
Are you still on the menu? Shut up, Delta. Definitely something sweet.
Oh, just like you. Got it.
Uh-huh.
This is shaping up to be a pretty good menu.
Oh, I have a suggestion. I want something I couldn't get on the colony. Surprise me, but make it something new.
That's actually a great suggestion. I like your sense of wonder, Kyron.
Well, it doesn't really narrow it down. Practically everything in the city is new to me. I was just trying to give you the hardest possible decision.
Moment ruined.
By the way, how many people are coming, Isaac?
A few dozen, easily.
A few dozen?
I guess I better lock my room then.
Oh, good idea. Don't want anybody going through our stuff.
Wait, you're holding the... Oh, yeah.
Well, I trust everyone that's going to show up. Caution is good, but probably not required.
Taylor's gonna be there.
Lock everything up.
Okay, yeah. Just Tara's gonna be there. Lock the whole house down now.
Experience pivotal fragment. Rebels and Revels Part 2.
Okay. Nothing hurts more than a broken promise. Yeah. Part 2, Tuesday, December 31st.
You sneak into the cove currently used by the Thorns. Their operation is much larger than anticipated and bustling with activity. However, this place seems familiar to one of you. Previous recon may end up being invaluable to your cause.
Hey, I know this place.
You do?
Yeah, my parents used to operate out of here. Unfortunately, they died when the Triumvirate attacked Mazeo.
Your parents were information brokers?
Pirates, actually.
Guess the apple fell far from the tree.
You have no idea.
So, what can you tell us about this place?
Our best option would be to attack by sea. Sail into the cove from the outside and go from there.
Really? This tunnel seems like a pretty safe entrance.
It'd be a choke point, easily used against us. Klace is right. A sea-to-land attack would be more effective. By the time they rallied their forces, it'd already be too late.
Our goal is to subdue their leader, right?
Yeah, they deserve a fair trial, but we need to establish guilt first.
Klace, any idea where we should look for intel?
I think our previous plan is the best bet. I can pose as someone looking to sell some secrets. They can't resist the allure of some harmful gossip. While I do that, you can sneak into the captain's quarters. The leader may not be there, but all their documents should be. Take what you can. You know, anything we can use in the trial.
That's a pretty good strategy. And after that, we head back to our HQ. Remember, we're only here to prove that we should attack. Let's avoid the bloodshed, at least until next time.
Always know how to ruin my fun. But I'll play along. For now.
What should the monarch do then?
Oh yeah, I'm the monarch, I forgot. Everyone looks at me.
I think they should come with me. I'll need that silver tongue to help with negotiations.
No, it's too risky. A lot of people know what they look like. It'd be best if they stick to the shadows.
To the captain's quarters then?
I think so, yeah?
There's no safe option. What do you think, Monarch?
I'll help with recon.
Good choice. Knew you'd have my back. Let's get going while we still have the chance.
We all nod at each other and set up our ways. Klace goes to start negotiating a deal, leaving us to their devices.
You work your way toward the ship with immaculate teamwork. Sneaking into the heart of an enemy's base reminds you of old times. Once again, you've become a champion of the people. A true leader.
Here, this way.
Isaac leads you all onto the ship, and you enter with caution. It looks just like the ship your rebellion used, so the layout is clear.
Kinda got some deja vu.
Yeah, same. But at least we know where to go.
Hopefully we find something good. I don't think we can afford the alternative.
You continue to sneak toward the captain's quarters. The mission is clear. Find compromising information on the Thorns. If you can prove they're up to no good, then you can take them down. When you arrive in the quarters, you immediately spread out. Papers line the desk, and many are pinned to the walls. Whoever the leader was, they've been busy.
These are all about us.
Yeah, look at this one. It's a layout of our entire HQ.
This one's a list of our closest allies. Oh, they've clearly been doing their homework.
There's no way they could have gotten this on their own.
What are you saying, Isaac?
Oh shit.
There must be a mole in our ranks. This isn't stuff that the average Mazaean would know.
There's no way.
We'll deal with that later. Remember what we're looking for. We need something that's not about us.
Right.
I grab as many papers as possible, looking for anything that stands out. The thought of a mole within our ranks fills me with fright, though. Could one of our friends be selling us all out? Wait. I find documents related to the Mongillo shipping company. It seems to be some kind of plans related to our economy. I tell Dante, and he immediately grabs the papers from me.
Let's see.
He scans the papers in his hands.
This is it! This is all we need!
What is it?
It's the Mongillo shipping company. They want to take it down. They plan to leak the personal details of every single worker.
That would be enough to destroy the company and the integrity of Mongillo. During the war, you pardoned pirates and gave them all jobs. Almost everyone in the shipping company is a past criminal.
This isn't good, but is it what we're looking for?
Yeah, definitely. This is a big deal. It's not only the names of the workers, but their locations too. A lot of Mazaeans still hate pirates and would easily resort to violence.
It's true. A secret like this could shake Mongillo to its core. Citizens wouldn't take kindly to its economy being run by pirates. It was part of what caused the Triumvirate to attack in the first place.
They could easily incite a civil war.
Hello?
And take us down in the confusion and chaos.
You notice that Isaac has been suspiciously quiet.
please don't hate me for this.
What did you do?
Oh, Isaac, what did you
He
do?
holds up a string attached to the captain's desk. It was clearly a trap that he sprung during his search. Moments later, a bunch of thorns storm the room.
Isaac, you traitor!
You have no choice but to surrender, and they lead you off the ship. But as you exit, you see Klace in the cove, or at least his body. Unconscious, they drag him to wherever they're taking you.
Oh, shit.
In an instant, your entire plan went awry, and things looked dire. A potential mole in the monarchy? That would be catastrophic! You cry, now at the mercy of the enemies you came to destroy.
Shit. Oop. Oh.
Everyone is led into the prison cell. Klace still lays unconscious, having been knocked out.
Yeah, but I'm waking up now.
Hello.
Oh, he's waking up now.
About time, if you ask me.
Did you have somewhere else to be?
Dante gestures broadly at the fact that we're in a prison cell.
There's always somewhere I need to be. It's the getting there part that comes with mixed results.
And where do you have to be right now?
Anywhere but here. Like I said, mixed results.
Think I could break those bars open?
Yeah, you're strong, but not that strong.
Ah, my pride is devastated.
My pride!
Still have time for bickering, I see.
I couldn't live without it.
Aren't there more important matters at hand?
Right. We should get you up to speed.
I'm guessing the fake deal didn't go so well?
Absolutely not. But I hope it bought you some time.
I think we got all we needed. Unfortunately, they confiscated everything.
About that. They didn't get everything.
Isaac holds up a piece of paper.
Is that?
Yep. Should be all we need.
Impressive. How'd you pull that off?
Just a little sleight of hand. You pick up a few skills being a swindler.
Anybody want to fill me in here?
Right.
They're planning to take down the Mongillo shipping company. If they damage the economy, they can easily take advantage of the chaos.
How are they planning to do that?
Well, they have some dirt on us. Mainly the fact that we work with former pirates.
But they were pardoned for their crimes.
You think that'd matter, but it doesn't. If the people catch wind of this, they could doubt us. We don't just work with them. They're essential to our success. And not just ours, but Mongillo's as a whole. Their sailing mastery, their effective trade routes, there was a reason we pardoned them and put them to work.
It's true. During the war, we formed a treaty with pirates. We pardon them their crimes and integrate them in society. They were good people and would strengthen Mongillo's core industry, trade.
It could also put a target on the pirates' heads. Well, former pirates, I guess, but still.
They're innocent now. We have to do our best to protect them.
This is all we need to take down the thorns.
Yeah, we just need to escape first. Then we can gather our forces and attack.
Wait, it might not need to come to that.
How so?
We only want to bring in their leader, right? If we assault their base to do it, then innocents could die.
Innocents. In the thorns.
Sometimes people do bad things in the name of survival. I was one of those people, don't you remember? It was only because there were circumstances outside of my control. In my heart, I know I'm a good guy, but I did what I had to do. I'm certain there's a few people like me in the thorns. Do they deserve to die just because this is their only option?
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
We could probably even make use of their skill. Legitimize them, like we did with the pirates.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. There's not much we can do behind bars.
Yeah, let's think of a way to get out.
We should make some noise and get the guards here. I'll see if I can arrange a meeting with their leader.
A meeting?
Why?
More like aggressive negotiations. I can show them this paper and demand their surrender. They're planning irreparable damage to Mazayan society.
I don't think that would work.
And what's worse, it's damage that they can profit from. They don't care who gets hurt as long as they win. That's what separates us. Mercy.
How do you plan on arranging a meeting?
I'll tell them who I am, what I've done. I can let my reputation speak for itself.
Maybe you can find out if there's any moles in our ranks. All that information they had on us, there must be.
Yeah, we'll bring in their leader and learn about their operation. We can deliver true justice and take down the Thorns.
Then what?
We'll give their leader a little lesson in mercy.
We're gonna kill him. We're gonna kill him. If so, it'd be funny as hell. Okay. Wait, journal.
View which journal and
Alright. AKA, the journey continues. Monday, December 30th, 2041. Our Rebels and Revels campaign is going pretty good. There seems to be a developing story, and we might even be nearing the end of it. I don't know what's going to happen with all our characters. It's interesting how in both worlds, I have no idea what's going to happen next. Some stability would be nice. I thought I was doing better, but my paranoia keeps coming back. These intense mood swings are getting the better of me, and it's becoming difficult to maintain my composure. Why did Kyron have to tell me about hearing Klace on the phone? That's done nothing but make my life hell. When we were with Isaac at work, I also saw him on his phone. He did his best to remain out of earshot on purpose. It's not helping. During our R&R session, he was glued to his diary again. No, they don't know. What is he keeping from us? Who is he talking to on the phone? Why is he constantly jotting down notes in that book? There's no way he'd be spying on us, is there? Taking notes or reporting to somebody else? I'm starting to have a panic attack as I write this. There's no way. We're all friends, in this together. But a little peace of mind wouldn't hurt, would it? Uh-huh. Alright, that'll be it. I guess had a little improv of taking the fragments, of how to do the fragments, because we don't have the heart-to-heart fragments, except for Kyron. They're locked. Like, see, it can't. So, we'll be doing the rest in Kyron's fragment, next part, and then the culmination fragment. I felt like I sped run through this game, but yeah, see you all next time. In the next part, we take on the second half of this fragment map. Goodbye.